Hello everyone, this is Magzilla. Got another video for you. I've been kind of getting the videos in late, so I really wanted to get this one a little earlier. Plus, there was a little bit less going on this week, so that was helpful. I've kind of been making some pretty big, long videos, and they've been coming in like right on Saturday, and I just feel like it's hard for people to watch. So I'm gonna make this one shorter. I'm gonna get done quicker. It's gonna be better, or at least more streamlined. So anyway, I want to still bring what was going on. We're not going to mess around with like lowest scores. We're not going to mess around with extra things. We're just going to get through scores, places, and top routines of the year. I mean of the week. So let's hit it. I'm going to try to keep this music thing going. So I got some jams for you. All right. So what's going on? It's a great question. Let's pull up some scores. Okay, so this is our NCAA scores. I feel like Greenville went up against Navy. Not surprisingly, Navy won. Surprisingly, it was super close. This is great for Greenville. Um, I know they had a high scoring potential. They just haven't been really putting it together. So this was pretty awesome that they were able to do it. What happened is a good question. Let's dive into this scores. Yeah, so you can see that they were dead even on floor, which is crazy. And then Pommel Horse Navy just 1/10 ahead. This is head to head. And then in Steel Rings, Navy goes up a whole point. Isaiah Drake with a 14:05. That's a huge score. But still, Greenville was in it with a 13.3. That was higher than the rest of the Navy scores. And then it's pretty even throughout, kind of spread between this 13 to 12. But however, Vault Greenfield was in the lead here. And that's just by pure, like high scoring. I mean, this 14-1 is huge, but these other scores are kind of like in the game too. Like really, until we get to here with the 13.45, I mean, everyone's in the high 13s. P-bars, they actually went to Greenville. Vault actually went to Greenville too. So what happened? There's high bar. They couldn't keep it up for high bar. Let's see. Well, Greenville had some high scores. Oh, this is backwards. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Sometimes this happens. There you go. Yeah, so Navy just pretty much takes high bar, takes the meat. Done deal. But closer than I would have thought. Air Force for Simpson. I mean, I'm not surprised Air Force takes this pretty easily. Over 10 points. Oh, Army was here too. Huh. Oh, Army beat Air Force. I forgot about this. This is huge. So you can kind of see. Looks like, yeah. I guess we had a bad day. Air Force had a bad day on floor. Counting a 12.65. That's not helpful. Yeah, that's surprising. Anyway. Pommel Horse went to Army, which is also impressive with Patty Hoops, you would think. Oh, no hoops. Did not compete, it looks like. Huh. I think he was traveling. I think he actually just competed at an international meet, so that makes a lot of sense. Dun, dun, dun. Rings, pretty even, goes to Army. It's not that surprising. Vault goes to... Looks like Army again. P-bars goes to Air Force, though. And high bar goes to Air Force by just the skin of their teeth. Oh, so they couldn't beat out Army. That's a huge loss for Air Force. But like I just said, without hoops in there, they losing definitely some points on Pommel Horse. but they're definitely not losing 4 points. So, yeah, I think Army showed up. It's a big jump for them. Greenville competed again against Oklahoma and William and Mary. You can kind of see if you compare lower scores. I wonder if they kind of watered it down. William and Mary shows up, looks pretty good here with the 311. So they're definitely in the mix. William and Mary versus Greenville is going to be interesting down the stretch. Michigan beats Ohio. I mean, that's not incredibly surprising, but also, like, I feel like Ohio felt like they were on a tear, so it's a little unfortunate. You can kind of see here, Ohio had a good pommel horse squad. Parker Saxon really showed up. We'll talk about that later. Still rings pretty close. Vault close, but Michigan ahead. And then P-Bar's Michigan way ahead. And High Bar, Michigan well ahead. So really, P-Bar's, High Bar's where they lost it. And unfortunately, Charlie came and had a good routine. Cameron, not so good. I mean, I don't know if he's throwing the triple right now. It's always a little weird this time of year because people are getting ready for Big Tens and then, of course, NCAAs. I would say not everyone's throwing the hardest routines possible. Stanford goes against Cal for like the 10th time this year. And surprisingly, they beat Cal. But I would say, this is pretty normal. You can kind of see here, though, Taylor Burkhart's still killing it. Jeremy Bischoff also doing really well. I feel like, Asher Hong went on the floor, did not do well. I mean, I'm assuming some falls. I wasn't able to watch this meet, so I'm not 100% sure. Aiden Lee wins pommel horse. It's not super surprising, but interesting. We got another Asher Hong ring routine. Cooper Kim, Brandon Nguyen, Ian Lasik Ellis on High Bar. So, I mean, this is not the most, high-scoring Stanford team, but still in the mix there. Simpson went up against Springfield. Yeah. And Springfield pretty much handles this one. Not much to say. I think they win across the board. Yeah, pretty handedly. I'm not going to really dive too deep in that. Simpson needs to really figure out some stuff, man. I think they're not going to be very competitive on the stretch. However, let's go back. You can kind of see Greenville kind of bouncing around the 311s. William and Mary can score 311. And Springfield 305. So I would say, and they're all kind of catching California, Berkeley here too. So this lower rung is going to be very interesting down the stretch. Also, Army's in the mix there. Nebraska went against Penn State. This was a great meet. Penn State wins, which was a little surprising. Nebraska had just been pushed up on the, the power, ranking. And so then they went and lost to Penn State, which is super interesting. But you can see here, Penn State killed it on floor. They kind of lost a little ground here on pommel horse, but then they went and lost more ground here on still rings and even on vault. But I think it all came down here to them staying close, staying in the fight, and then taking high bar. You can kind of see Josh Carnes had a great high bar routine. I don't even know who Axeli Karsikas. Sorry, I can't pronounce his name. I mean, this is great scores from them. And then you kind of have the Matt Comier, a 12-9. That's not great, but Taylor, I don't know what happened to him here. I'm assuming some falls because he scores a lot higher usually. But yeah, Penn State takes it. That's what happens. Josh Carnes shows up. Can't wait to see this routine. Does the Pagan want to see this in Big Tens? Will be really fun. Anyway, that's what we're looking at this week. Short and simple, trying to keep it moving. Then we have our GYMACT programs. There's only one real meet to talk about. Bay Area versus New York Alliance versus Southern California United versus Rocky Mountain Mavericks. It's at the Mavericks home. Yeah, looks like Bay Area takes it just barely over Rocky Mountain. Unfortunately, New York Alliance, Southern California United, a little bit outclassed here. But Rocky Mountain takes it on floor, which is impressive. And then Bay Area comes back on Pommel Horse. Actually, get a whole point over Rocky Mountain. And, looks like 5 points over Southern California United. I mean, they obviously need to be working on that Pommel Horse score. Still Rings trades back to Rocky Mountain. And then Rocky Mountain takes vault. Southern California had a great showing here on vault. That's pretty impressive for them. But on parallel bars, Bay Area kind of takes it back. Just like a point and some change. And then they take high bar. I'm not really sure what happened here. Well, I guess I can find out. Yeah, we got a lot of a 10-8. That's not great. A 10-6-5. Yeah, this is not how you want to finish up your meet. So, fortunately, it seemed like they might have fell apart there at the seams. And we also have a 6-9-5, which isn't great for Bay Area Bandits. But it was enough, I guess, altogether. I believe they still drop a score here. So I doubt that affected them. I think they're actually 4-3 count. So dropped a lot of scores. Which probably was enough for them. But, like I said at the beginning, Bay Area takes it. I was not able to get any video here, which is super unfortunate. But maybe fortunate in a way too, because that would have made my video super long again. Yeah, we'll be looking for these guys. I'm hoping to find more video as they get a little further on the season. Unfortunately, when they do have meets, the video is not that good, and I end up having to watch a million times to pull out any videos. So whatever. Hopefully they'll get better. That's why I wanted to go over there. Let's get into some videos, guys. I think that's what everyone wants. So I got our tops. Oh, before we do that, we have our Pommel Horse chart. So this is exciting. Parker Thaxton scores 15.05. Second gymnast to score above a 15 all season. Just right behind Patrick Hoops. He jumped up from some point down here. He was at the 14.65. He was tied here at 14.65. So it's cool to see them jump up. Seeing the little changes. So now the Pommel Horse King battle continues. It's all going to come head to head here in a second. So we'll see how it goes. But that's exciting. All right, let's jump into some videos. Like I said, that's what I wanted to do. All right, I actually have two floor routines because I thought one was the highest, but then it ended up not being the highest. So we'll start with Emery Donnelly, second place routine, 14-4. Starts double front for his side pass, which is super impressive. He comes back, laid out double-double. Little hop, but still clean. Goes again. Double layout with a full twist. Small hop. So that's an impressive start to your routine there. Goes double back. Double back? I think F and an E. So that's a pretty huge score. Goes with the split press. Easy peasy. Can't complain about that. It's clean. And what we got? Ooh, layout to Randy, 2.5. Oh, he just barely kept it in, guys. Did you see this feet on that? That was impressive. Goes with the Y scale. And let's see how he finishes here. Double layout. That's a hop. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people disband with the double layout. It's pretty interesting to me. I guess it should be easy to stick, but it didn't really quite work for him. All right, our first place with a 14.5 on floor for the week, Taylor Christopoulos. Oh, sorry, I had a little bit of audio coming through. So he starts scale, Y scale, love it. Also laid out double-double, but he pulls the stick. I love the jump 180. Very stylish. Double pike from a punch to a stick. That was great. Let's get into a little bit of Russian Fortachenko series. Right to split. And he goes press to wide arm handstand. Very nice. So he's picking up a C there. Fortachenko, I believe, is a C. Don't quote me on that. It might be a D. Nice. 2.5 punch layout with a hop. He actually twists opposite of his round off, which is super interesting. You don't see that a lot. Laid out. A double layout with a full twist. And he's not done yet. Yeah, double tuck with a full twist. So that's a very clean routine. Well engineered. And it gets him a 14.5. Top score of the week. Okay, let's watch Parker with his 15.05 on pommel horse. So he's been kind of scoring pretty high, but this was the highest for him. Standout routine. So he does his scissor hop to the center. And I will say, he looks like he's swinging slow, but he does have good extension. Nice bazoogo. And then nice flop sequence to the Russian. And I believe he goes, yes, Stockley flops sequence here. Into his woo. That's also a very clean transition. A little pike maybe going into that Magyar, but he fixes it. Nice Savato. And then dismount with the double pirouette. It's killer. All right. Well, it's a 15, so that's great. I mean, I've seen Dang a bunch of times. We just saw Koi Young come back. I mean, they also very clean workers, but I don't know. Maybe with these judges it could have been a 15, but I mean, you got to give it to the guy. He got the score, so now he's the only second ever 15 of the 2025 season. All right, let's roll into rings. It'll be surprising. We have Tyler Rockwood with 14-2. Ohio, looks like, which is awesome. This is a new ring routine I haven't seen yet. Backup rise to Maltese. Swings out. Backup rise cross. Nice. Cross is upgraded, so I like to see more of those. Oh, backup rise lower to cross. It's interesting he threw that in there. I guess you get a C now for that, I believe. Good. And it's interesting he does the Yamawaki, but not the Johansson. But it was a very nice Yamawaki. Nice Giants. And tuck double sticks the landing. Almost loses it, but sticks it. Yeah, beautiful routine. Very clean. Not much to take on that all around. Very good control of the rings. Nice handstands. I mean, he deserves it. All right. Moving on the vault. There was a few stuck vaults, but Cameron Nelson takes it with his 14.55. Let's see. I believe this is a front handspring. I believe 2.5 twist. With a decent hop, it keeps it in bounds. Let's watch it again for good measure. So in case you guys want to know, this is an Asian-inspired mix. Yeah, nice. Beautiful vault. Actually, the step was even less than I thought. Sorry, I should have moved my thing to get open up that. Cool. Moving on. We have our parallel bar team. This is Josh Carnes with a 14.6 on P bars. He's a great P bar worker, but I would say this kind of takes the cake for him. Probably one of the better routines I've seen him do. Whip it, handstand, very clean. Pirouettes out. Peach holds it right into the Makutes. Small pause, but nothing really. Nice. Diam. Moy. And I believe he goes Bovzar. Yep. That was a huge Bovzar, by the way. I guess there's got to be a way to upgrade that skill. I think if you flip it over to upper arm, it's worth more. That was a beautiful stick. But he has so much height. Might be worth it. Anyway, beautiful routine. Can't really take much. I mean, some of the handstands were... No, I mean, I wouldn't take really much at all. I guess maybe his Healy got a little sideways out of the Makutes, but yeah, clean routine. Okay. So Emery Donnelly wins high bar, but before I show that, we'll show Paul Judah just because I already, downloaded it. He's a 14.3, and it's interesting to see him back on high bar. I think this is one of the first times I've seen him this season, and he does laid out Kovac, tucked Kovac. It's interesting. It makes me wonder if he's having trouble with twisting it because he's kind of stuck on the non-twisting release moves. But as always with Paul Judah, very clean routine. Lines are like impeccable. So, maybe just past handstand, but within limits. No deduction. And laid out double-double. 6 landing. Looking good. All right. This is the actual high of the week on high bar. Emery Donnelly with a 14.5. And he goes tuck full. That was nice. That was really clean, actually. You don't see it that clean that often. Ooh, blows by a little bit on the half. That's probably at least a 1/10 deduction. And this is nice here. Casina. And that was clean. And there's your Coleman. Also clean. Good catches. Straddle Tkachev. A little work on that handstand. I mean, the giant coming out of it. Oh, nice quas. And I really like this, actually. Rabalco. Very clean. Pretty close to handstand. Double-double. Sticks the landing. Laid out, of course. So clean. Looking good. Okay. So a little bit of a different cast of characters this week, which is nice. I love to see it. So yeah, it's exciting. But I would say we are well and good through mid-season at this point, coming down the line. So let's pull up some scores again. I mean, yeah, scores and stuff. This one. Okay, what is going on? So next week, Michigan versus Nebraska. It's going to be a good meet. It's on the Big Ten Network again. Yeah, but that's about it, which is surprising. Okay, why is this? Well, let's look ahead. Okay, I believe we have USAG Championships, which is the best of the rest. It looks like we'll see Air Force versus Army, Greenville, Simpson, Springfield, Women, Mary, Navy all go together. This is going to be an interesting meet. I would have said that Air Force probably takes this, but Army beat Air Force just recently. So it'll be interesting. I think also Springfield and Women Mary are contenders. I think overall, if I had to guess, I don't know if this even brings anything up. Women Mary might have the high score potential. Uh, yeah, we'll compare some scores. Just because I'm mean. Yeah. Oh, Air Force did score a 314 is the high I see for them. Compare that to Woman Mary, 313. So pretty close here. Um, Greenville's also in the mix. I don't think. I think the 311 is their high. Navy has not been as good as previously, but they can score a 314. So yeah, it's like these low tens. I mean, that's where it's at. Army. Eek. Yeah. Army's going to have trouble, I think. I mean, they beat Air Force, but I just don't think that's the best Air Force. So it'll be interesting. So that's coming up 2 weeks. And then I think, do we drop into Big Ten Championship? And then we'll also see the, what is it? Something Pacific, something Sports Federation. Mountain Pacific Sports Federation. But the real highlight will be Oklahoma versus Stanford here. And I'm assuming both of them will probably go to NCAAs. Um, then we have the ECAC, East Coast Athletic Championships or something like that. But the Big Ten is the big one we want to watch. I mean, right now it's close. People always say that Nebraska's kind of a dark horse, but I don't see how anyone beats Michigan here. It'd be nice if Penn State could show up and mix things up, but that's what I'm calling. But we'll talk more of that. We got some time before that happens. Um, and then, oh, I was gonna go schedule. I'm not 100% when NCAA's are. I'll have to figure that out for you guys, but they're coming up. I mean, I'm assuming it's mid-April. And then for the GYMACT, you can see week 11, Northern Illinois versus New York Alliance. This might be interesting. Virtual meet. Might try to pull some from that. And then we got nothing as they go into the Big Ten stuff. And then we have an All-Star meet. Looks like at the beginning of April. And then we go postseason, which maybe they will go to. So they're saying April 18th will be the NCAA qualifier meet, and then the 19th will be NCAA. So that weekend, I don't think they're going to allow GYMACT to qualify for this. I heard. I know they're fighting right now to let GYMACT into the Winter Cup and Olympic trials, but we'll see. But then we got the big tournament. The big GYMACT thing is going to be at the end of April. We have West Conference Championships, East Conference Championships, and then the GYMACT Nationals. So anyway, all this is coming up. It'll be exciting. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We actually have quite a lot going on. So yeah, that's really it. I think I got in pretty quick today. We'll see when I finish this up. But hey, keep the faith. Keep going. The season's winding down. It's about to get way more fun. So I'm going to really try to be on it, get these videos out early, and hopefully you guys keep supporting me, and we will rock through the end of the season. And then we can get ready for international competitions. So yeah, that's it. I'm out. Magzilla. Later.